Ever wondered why WHOIS Footprinting is a crucial tool in the cybersecurity toolkit? Well, let's unravel the importance of this tool together. WHOIS Footprinting at its heart is a method of gathering valuable information about potential targets in the vast digital landscape. It's like a detective using a magnifying glass to uncover clues that lead to the bigger picture. In cybersecurity, it's essential to understand the structure and vulnerabilities of the target, and WHOIS Footprinting allows us to do just that. With this tool, we can fetch critical details such as domain ownership, server locations, and even contact information. This information can then be used to fortify defenses, prevent potential cyber threats, or even aid in the mitigation of ongoing attacks. In the constant chess game of cybersecurity, WHOIS Footprinting is the move that gives us a strategic advantage, helping us anticipate and counter adversaries' moves effectively. So understanding WHOIS Footprinting is an essential step in the realm of cybersecurity. To appreciate the importance of WHOIS Footprinting, first, we must understand what it is. Often when we think about footprinting or reconnaissance in cybersecurity, we think about scanning networks, searching for vulnerabilities, or maybe even social engineering. But there's another aspect that we often overlook. WHOIS Footprinting. So what exactly is WHOIS Footprinting? In simple terms, it's a process of gathering information about a specific domain or IP address. Much like a detective inspecting a crime scene, a cybersecurity professional uses WHOIS Footprinting to collect valuable clues about a target. Now you might be wondering, what kind of clues can we gain from WHOIS Footprinting? Well, the answer is quite a lot. WHOIS Footprinting can provide information such as the owner of the domain, their contact information, and even the domain's registration and expiration dates. These details may seem mundane, but they can be incredibly valuable in the right hands. For instance, knowing who owns a domain can help identify potential targets or threats. The contact information can provide a point of entry for social engineering attacks or even legal action. The registration and expiration dates can give insights into the domain's history and potential security vulnerabilities. These are just a few examples of the wealth of information that can be obtained through WHOIS Footprinting. Each piece of information, no matter how small it may seem, can be a piece of the puzzle that helps to build a complete picture of a target. But it's not just about collecting information. It's about understanding the story that this information tells. It's about piecing together the clues to reveal the bigger picture. Like a detective, a cybersecurity professional needs to be able to read between the lines to see the connections that others might miss. With this in mind, we can see how WHOIS Footprinting provides valuable insights about a target. It's not just a tool, it's a skill, a way of thinking that can give a cybersecurity professional the edge they need in their investigations. Now that we know what WHOIS Footprinting is, it's time to delve into how it works. The process of WHOIS Footprinting is a journey of exploration, where the goal is to gather as much information as possible about a target domain or IP address. The first step on this journey is identifying the target. This could be a website domain, a server IP, or even an email address. Think of it as our treasure map, leading us to the information we seek. Once we've identified our target, it's time to bring out our main tool, the WHOIS lookup. WHOIS lookup tools are like our magnifying glass, helping us to scrutinize the details of our target. These tools, many of which are freely available online, allow us to pull up a wealth of information registered under the target domain or IP address. This could include the name of the registrant, their contact information, the date of domain registration, and even the server's physical location. Now, this might seem like a lot of information, but it's not just about gathering data. It's about analyzing it, making sense of it. This is where your detective skills really come into play. You might ask, why was this domain registered on this particular date? Or, why is the server located here? The answers to these questions can provide valuable insights into the target's operations and potential vulnerabilities. Remember, WHOIS Footprinting is not an invasive procedure. It's more akin to a digital stakeout, observing the target from a distance. It's about gaining a better understanding of the target's digital landscape, identifying potential points of entry, and strategizing how best to approach them. And that, in a nutshell, is the systematic approach to WHOIS Footprinting. We've identified our target, used our tools to gather information, and analyzed the data to gain insights. It's a process that requires patience, curiosity, and a good dose of detective work. But when done right, WHOIS Footprinting can be a powerful tool in the world of cybersecurity. Knowing the process is great, but how do we use WHOIS Footprinting in real-world scenarios? You may well ask. Let's dive into a few practical applications that make WHOIS Footprinting a powerful tool in cybersecurity. Firstly, it's invaluable for identifying potential vulnerabilities in a domain. By gathering information about a domain's registration and server details, we can spot weak points that might be exploited by malicious actors. Secondly, WHOIS Footprinting is a detective's best friend when it comes to tracking malicious activities. With the data it provides, we can trace the origins of cyber attacks, identify patterns, and even predict future threats. And lastly, it can play a pivotal role in incident response. In the aftermath of a cyber attack, WHOIS data can aid in understanding the scope of the breach, the identity of the attacker, and the steps needed for recovery and prevention. As we can see, the applications of WHOIS Footprinting are vast and varied. So we've covered quite a bit today about WHOIS Footprinting. To quickly recap, we've delved into the importance of WHOIS Footprinting, emphasizing how it plays a pivotal role in the cybersecurity landscape. It is a crucial tool for gathering information about a domain or an IP address, providing valuable insights that can help in threat assessment and vulnerability analysis. We've also unpacked the meaning of WHOIS Footprinting, exploring it as a process that involves querying databases that store the registered users or assignees of an internet resource. This process, we learned, is straightforward and systematic, allowing us to gather detailed information about our target. Then we probed into the practical applications of WHOIS Footprinting, highlighting its use in several scenarios like legal investigations, domain purchasing, and network troubleshooting. These are just a fraction of the many ways WHOIS Footprinting can be leveraged. Remember, in the world of cybersecurity, information is power, and WHOIS Footprinting is a key tool in harnessing that power.